Okay, thanks for coming over from the special report that goes along with the Terry Kyle webinar. I just wanted to do this section of the report with a video because I tried typing it out and putting it in the PDF, and I don't think it came across correctly. So I thought I could do a little bit better explaining what you're seeing on the screen and what's represented here by the different graphics better with the video. So let's just hop right in. Basically, what you see here are some examples of what I like to call revived domains. Domains that have expired already, and then after several months have come back and are enjoying not only existing rankings but new Google rankings as well. So I have three examples here, and all of the three examples, the domain expired either in November of 2011 or December of 2011. I wanted to pick some domains that had expired a while back so we could see a little bit more history of that domain as it has gone forward from the time that it expired. So the first example here is a domain that expired in November. And you can see that it had very few rankings throughout its history since SEMrush.com has been following it. But that in January it saw an uptick in rankings and then a big jump in the month of February. The March data won't be published in SEMrush until their April update. So we just have up through February. And as you can see, there's actually no data point. We see these little dots here. There's no data point for the month of December. So this actually, after being in SEMrush's database for about a year, it completely dropped out in the month of December, the month after it expired, and then it picked up again. Rankings increased, and now it's ranking for more keywords than it ever did. And so the point is to show you that a keyword can completely drop out of a domain can completely drop out of Google as far as search rankings are concerned, but then regain them once you get the site back up and start doing some link building. And link building is what's very important here, I believe. You can see here this data from Majestic SEO. This is the historical linking pattern of this domain that they have. And you can see that it expired in November and there wasn't much link building done in December. I'm not sure the exact date that this domain expired, but you can see a gradual tapering off from October through December. And then in January, whoever got this domain really started beefing up the links again, pointing new links at it. And then we have here from Majestic's Fresh Index the month of February through early March. And you can see they continued this link building throughout most of the month of February. It's a little flat now in March, but they have got the domain up again and started link building right away. And that's what helped kick these rankings back into existence, with link building right after the domain expired. And you can see here, this is just the summary, the top just 5 keywords that SEMrush shows for this domain. You can see that they're ranking for one that's 4,400 searches a month, and one that's number 20 at 22,000 searches a month. Now, it's important to understand about the SEMrush data is that their data search volume is for the local exact match. So they don't pull global exact match numbers. So there's actually more search volume here for these terms than what's being shown here, because global exact match numbers are normally higher and sometimes a lot higher than the local exact match, and has very good cost per click for these keywords. So that's one example. The next example is a little more erratic, but we kind of see some different behavior on the link building front. We see that this domain again, this domain actually, this one expired in November, and I think I was wrong. This one expired in December. I might have said November, but this one expired in November, and you can see it's kind of had an erratic ranking past. It goes up and down and up and down again. But we can see the last update they had was September, and then it expired in November, and we didn't get another. It completely dropped out in the months of October and November. There's no data for this domain. And it picked up again in December after the month that it expired. And rankings have decreased since then, but still higher than they have ever been. This actually looks like it's about right in line with it was at its peak of May of last year. Now, what's important about this, number one, is that this site went 2 months without even being in SEMrush's database, and then it came back a month after it was expired, and link building was done again. Now, this graph from Majestic SEO is a little misleading because it looks like there's practically no link building done at all. But the fact of the matter is their history is we're talking 12,000 links in February of 11, 9,000 links were built to this site in February and March. So you can see the scale is a lot different than our first example. So in the month of December and January, link building was done, but probably around to the tune of 1,000 links to 500 or so links. But link building was done, and it's critical to do that link building once you get the domain up again. And you can see they continued the trend through the whole month of February, adding more links. You can see 800, 200, 400, about 100, 400 links. You can see a lot of link building was done through the month of February as well. And it really looks like for this particular market, and this market, I can't tell you what it is, but it deals indirectly with online education. So the kinds of ads or the kinds of affiliate promotions that you would do for this site would be online education related, and it's a super competitive market. So that's probably why all this mega link building, so to speak, was done for this site in the past, because it's a very competitive market. And you can see it's ranked number 15 for 2,400 and 1,000 exact match searches a month, but look at these cost per clicks. It's a very competitive market, and it would be, like I said, online education, where you could do where people would be promoting an affiliate offer where someone would have to fill out a form and you would get paid for them filling out the form. So again, link building is critical after the domain, you get the domain back up. And then for our final example, we basically see more of the same, except in this case, the domain expired in December, and it really never lost its rankings at all. It just continued on. You don't really see the drop. There's the December when it expired, and then the next update, it's already increased in rankings, and then last month it leveled off. It's almost exactly where it was before it expired. But again, link building was done immediately after it was back up again. You can see the December, and it spikes in January, and then a lot of link building throughout the month of February and early March. So consistent link building, and the better the links you can get, the better chance you're going to maintain those rankings. But link building is the key, and those never even skipped a beat. It actually just increased and then leveled back off again. Never completely dropped out of SEMrush's database. Now this one is more for, I would consider a local market, but it would be a very competitive local market in a large city. And so being able to rank in the top for these kinds of keywords would do very well for a local business. And you can see they have 3,600 and 1,300 searches respectively for these two keywords, and again, very high cost per clicks. But again, I just want to show you, the whole point of this video was to show you that if a site expires and those rankings drop out of Google, and that site's not listed anymore, it does not mean that you cannot get those rankings back. It does not mean they're gone forever. What's important is that it used to rank for those keywords, and that if you can get the site back up as quickly as possible and start link building to that site, then you have a very good chance of restoring those rankings and possibly ranking for more keywords, depending on the content you put up on the site, of course, and the quality of the links and that kind of thing. But I just wanted to show you that. I don't think I could have really expressed that very well in a simple PDF and a text format. So what's important is that it used to rank and that those rankings can come back. All right, thanks a lot. Let's get back to the report.